Have you ever wondered why humans are so negative? Why we just over focus on the things we're not doing well, how we can be better, we're hard on ourselves, and like why we're just focused on all the negative things and threats going on around us, why we're so worried? Well, this video is going to give you three key strategies to not only why that is, what you can do to counteract that negativity. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Cassidy Preston. I'm a mental performance coach and the founder of Consistent Elite Performance. So let's dive in. Why are we so negative? Well, it's actually not as bad as you think, and it's actually can be a helpful thing that we're negative. Think of it this way. If there's threats going on around us versus opportunities, what are more important from a survival mechanism to be focused on? It's threats. Like when think of like Neanderthals, and there's saber-toothed tigers and all these like poison, all these different things. If you don't pay attention to that, these things could lead to death, right? So it is important to be aware and pick up on threats. But in our society now, there's a lot less threats, generally speaking, or we're overly amplifying what those threats are. But this is just a survival mechanism, and we don't want to get rid of it. Instead, what we do want to do is learn to focus more on the opportunities, develop a growth mindset, which I'll explain in one moment. So here you can see a growth mindset is on a different area than positive negativity, because when we're talking about managing and dealing with our negativity, it's not about removing it, right? We can't. It can be helpful at times, but most of us are just stuck on trying to just be more positive and not be so negative. And we don't know why we're being negative, and we don't have perspective and therefore growth mindset. So the way to think of it is like negativity, we're trying to avoid bad things, we're judging it, and positive, we're overly elating things is like all sunshine and rainbows. And that's not helpful. I'm not trying to encourage people to be more positive. That's not the solution to deal with our tendency to be negative. It's innate. We can't stop the negativity. But instead of trying to focus on just, these fantasies over here that everything's happy all the time and easy and successful, we want to go in a different direction into a growth mindset where we're going to have successes and we're going to have struggles and failures along the way. But we're learning, we're growing, we're doing meaningful work. This is what a growth mindset's all about. And we're seeing the opportunities, what we can do, what we're grateful for. We're curious and learning a very different way to look at a different perspective. So that's one of the keys. It's not about stopping this, but it's going at a different level where we're no longer just judging things as negative and positive. We're focused on a growth mindset. Now, at this point, if you're thinking I'm some crazy person, well, in a way I am, but it's a different type of mindset. It goes against our societal norms to just judge things, be negative, focus on what's not going our way. And in our society today, we're not living where there's like constant life threatening things around us, even though even right now in a pandemic, in a way that is, but still there's so much opportunity, so much safety where it's not as bad as we often amplify it to be. And again, sometimes we're going to do that. But if we gain perspective, we go back to learning, growing what's meaningful, it's going to be a very helpful moving forward and better understanding why we're so negative. So now I'm going to dive into the three strategies to help you counteract that negativity and build up that growth mindset. All right. So number one is gratitude. And the way to think about this one is if you woke up and the first thing you did in the morning was, look how shitty my life is. Look what's not going my way. Look what I can't do. Look at all these threats, everything that sucks. How's your day going to go? And so the concept here is to do the opposite of that. Focus on what you can do, the opportunities. Don't go back and get caught up with all those threats again. Yes, there is some, and when they pop up, be aware of them. But generally, you're not walking down a dark alley and there's a guy with a gun or a knife there that you have to be like, oh my God, threat, panic. But yet we're constantly looking for those things, but they're not there. And when they do, you'll be aware of them. But instead, make sure you are focusing on what you can do, what you are grateful for. This is crucial to starting your day off on the right foot. So we encourage people to do at least 5, if not 10. And we want you to be to start your day engaged in it. It's not about whether or not it's 5 minutes or 1 minute. What matters is if you're just thinking about it, often people get distracted. So engage, write it down. It can be the same things you're grateful for. but it's taking the time and energy going towards what you're grateful for. All right. So number two is on the flip side. So it's at the end of your day. You want to own your wins, positively reinforce the things that went your way, that you did well, and be your own best friend. Instead, often what are we doing? We're just being too hard on ourselves. We're just got to be better. And to be clear, this is a really common one and a big one because it's again our tendency to be want to grow, and that's not bad. I'm not trying to remove focus on learning and growing. Wait till the next strategy, which is going to be about that. Instead, it's about making sure we have a mindset that tells us, yeah, you did a good job. Reinforce, build yourself up, celebrate the little wins. There's always at least 5, if not 10 things you did well today that went your way. Own those at the end of the day. It's like putting in healthy information into your brain, remind yourself of the growth, of the opportunities out there. And then therefore the next morning when you go to be grateful, it's a lot easier to pull out what you're grateful for, what you can do, and keep the momentum going. All right. Number 3 is to focus on what you learned. What did you learn? Right. So another way to think of this is just being curious. What went for me today? Like what struggles, challenges can I learn from? To be clear with this one, it's really easy to get caught up in thinking like what didn't go my way. Look at all these challenges and I can't learn from them or grow from them. The key to a growth mindset is no matter the challenges, the struggles, those are learning, growing opportunities. You have to look for that silver lining. What can I learn from today? And every day, there's got to be at least one thing, maybe even 2 opportunities for you to learn, to grow. We all intrinsically like to learn and grow, but sometimes we lose touch with that. So get in touch with it daily. So to wrap this up, these are just 3 simple strategies that you do here in the morning. Start your day off on the right foot. At the end of your day, owning your wins, positive reinforcing, talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. Hey, look what you did well today. Not inflating yourself, not ignoring growth, but making sure we do that because we have this tendency not to. And then thirdly, what did you learn? How can you grow? What are you curious about? And finding those silver linings. Okay, 3 big things to be doing, and they're counteracting what is our societal norms, our tendency to focus on just what sucks and all the threats. Okay, we don't want to be doing that. It's counteracting on this side, just being too hard on yourself. Okay, over here and focusing on just gotta be better, gotta be better. I'm not good enough. So on this one, we're counteracting being defeated, right? Instead of just like when we face challenges or struggles, we can grow from those. Learn, look for the silver linings, not just beat yourself up. All right, so that wraps up the video. I just want to make sure again to highlight it is normal to be negative. We can't stop focusing on things that are threats. That is our survival mechanism. But we can learn to counteract that. We can develop strategies so that we're focusing more on opportunities and growing and developing that healthy mindset that helps us be at our best self and perform at our best. And to be clear, this is also just for your overall well-being. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, share it, comment. We'd be happy to answer any questions. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.